Hello there, and welcome to Adjusting My Microphone for Hammerman. Today, January the 8th, 2018. Alright, I'm getting there. I'm just trying to, reinforce it, remind myself that it's actually a new year somehow. So, Stage 1, I loaded up the anti-Gren base, because, well, honestly, I was just goofing around. And it turns out it worked out really, really well. I would suggest behind the boom cannons and sniper towers and stuff, put your machine guns and flamethrowers in that second row, because it'll roast all of the warriors that happen to end up in that little area. And then everybody can live happily ever after. Now, for Stage 2, I switched it up, and I kind of wish I hadn't switched it up, because I feel like I may have done better had I not switched it up. I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe my standard layout would have been better for this, just because it would have fried all the guys, and then when the heavies finally did get in there, everything would still be hidden behind a wall, or the earlier stages would have taken out the wall, and then when the stuff finally kicked in, the flamethrowers and machine guns would have done more damage. I just feel like I would have had fewer losses. Not that it was really an issue, but if you're a lower level and you're struggling with Stage 2, I would suggest, I'm not actually using the standard base. I don't think I use the standard base in this video at all. Maybe I do. Actually, Stage 7 and 6, maybe I have the standard base. So flip over to the end of the video and you'll see what maybe a good base would be. And then for Stage 3, right back to the anti-Gren base, because, well, there are Grens. But what I did is I kind of messed up, and I didn't put machine guns and flamethrowers on that second row like I had suggested earlier. And you can see it kind of distracts all my defenses away from the Grens for a short period of time, because those warriors go running up ahead. So definitely make sure you throw in some machine guns and flamethrowers and stuff to chew up those warriors, get rid of them as fast as possible, maybe on the second or third row, second or third row from the first row. I guess overall the third or the fourth row, throw in some mortars and cannons and stuff like that back there, where not necessarily will it have a big impact on the troops landing on the beach, but it will provide extra cover to your beachfront defenses. Also, yeah, that poor guy, all by himself. Boom cannons doing some work this week, possibly because of the tri boost, I don't know, but doesn't matter. Point is, stage number 4, ha! Yeah, no, there was really no point. Stage 4, once again, anti-Gren, this time working out a little better with the flamethrower right behind that sniper tower. And honestly, I know it doesn't look like it was super effective, it doesn't look like it did a whole lot, but what you'll notice is the medics are the ones that are just getting chewed up, which is key, because if you get, you can see the second and third wave of troops coming in. If you don't take down those medics, they're going to turn the riflemen and heavies into just an indestructible wall of bad things. Indestructible wall of bad things. Really bad things, let's be honest. And the wall will just charge through everything. This is Stage 4. And look at the ridiculous amount of damage it is doing to my poor base. It is gutting my base at Stage 4. If you're not maxed, my goodness, it would be horrible. So definitely, if you can, follow, the advice, switch things up a little bit just to make it a little safer, and hopefully you'll live happily ever after. Maybe, putting more shocks or more splash damage down where those medics are going to land. Get rid of them on that little bit faster. Moving on to Stage 5, I figured, you know what, at this point, we've rolled through pretty much the rest of Hammerman rocking the anti-Gren base. There's no point in changing it now. So I just went with it. I was just like, let's do this. Let's anti-Gren right through stage 5. And honestly, considering that stage 5 is mostly Riflemen and a Scorcher, I was going to call it a skank, but I'm like, wait a minute. No, there's no tanks in this strategy. I guess it would be a Rifle? Scren? I don't know. Anyways, even though really this is not what the anti-Gren base is for, because this is fully like the Rifleman Zerg approach, it did really pretty well as far as I'm concerned. So if you want to try it out, worst case scenario, if it does burn through that, you've still got that huge stack of mines at the very back that will hopefully finish off anything that continued living. And then I figured, okay, well, it seems how it's been working as good as it has. Let's give Stage 6 a run with the anti-Gren, even though there's like no Grens at all during this. It's all rifles. It's like 700 plus rifles, 750 close, give or take. And then, of course, a Scorcher mixed right in to the worst part of it, I guess. So I wasn't expecting success. I was expecting to get raffle stomped, but I figured at the very least it would give me an idea of kind of what buildings are going to get shocked, what's going to get crittered. I can, you know, figure out where troops are going to land and how I'm going to place certain defenses to make sure that I get the most bang for my buck. What I didn't account for was the Hot Pocket that I had from last week sitting. I just kind of like crammed it way in the back, and I was like, alright, it's out of the way, it's not going to affect anything, and everybody can live happily ever after knowing that it exists but isn't really taking part in the defense, because I was hoping that I'd be able to take down at least stage 6 without having to have the prototype come in and, you know, be part of the defense. Unfortunately, what I didn't think of was the fact that, like, even if I'm failing, and looking at all these Riflemen, like, these Riflemen are all hurt. Like, there are not a lot of full health Riflemen. I almost feel like if they had hit the minefield, they probably would have had some bad things happen to them, because they group up really tightly over here in the corner so that, like, they'd all hit at the same time and they just roll over all of those mines. I don't know. I think we could have done this defense even with this crazy layout without the Hot Pocket, but we'll never know, because the Hot Pocket just smoked the remaining Riflemen. And we skip through to stage 7, which is weirdly like the exact same thing as stage 6, only with a slightly larger boost, and the Scorcher being dropped at a slightly different point during the attack. So stage 1, instead of having the Scorcher, is just all Riflemen, which is awesome, because as you can see, they kind of lined up against the buildings, they got into a nice group, all my AoE damage was able to do amazing things to them, and next thing you know, you've got a whole bunch of dead Riflemen. And then, for whatever reason, Wave 2 rolled right into the only place that was pretty much, well, almost the only place that was still protected by my wall. So I was able to do some serious damage on level 2, wave 2, whatever you want to call it, of the attack without too much trouble. Unfortunately, as you can see, because I didn't account for that crazy Scorcher and I wasn't too worried, and I, once again, was kind of just dropping some things. This is the standard layout that I was talking about earlier in the video, by the way. Side note. But yeah, I didn't really position things. I didn't try that hard. I was just like, okay, let's see what we're going to run into, what this is going to look like, and what's going to happen. And as you can see, that little bit of boost really makes a huge freaking difference when it comes to the Rifleman Zerg. Like, I feel like there are so many more rifles this time through. Unfortunately for them, the Hot Pocket is still sitting over there in the corner, because I was like, it's out of the way, and why not? You know, I figured it would protect the dog over there, so he'd just kind of chill. And instead, these poor rifles just, like, harry-carry, man, just all over this. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully it's been entertaining. And above all else, have yourselves a fantastic day.